What is up, bros and broettes? I am Inkslasher, and today we are going to be talking about Zombie Chronicles, aka Black Ops 3 DLC 5. Now, today's going to be a little bit of a shorter video about it because we don't have a ton of information, but the information we got was some pretty damn big stuff. So basically, if you don't already know, what happened today is that Black Ops Zombie Chronicles got an ESRB rating. So if you don't know how the ESRB website actually works, any video game or digital product that comes out, including apps or anything like that, has to get an ESRB rating for you to be able to actually buy it in North America. With this ESRB rating, they generally come out before it's actually released. However, the product has to be pretty close to being completed to actually get an ESRB rating. For example, sometimes you may have heard trailers or reveal trailers for games where at the very end, or sometimes at the very beginning of the trailer, it will say something along the lines of, "This product is not yet rated." Well, the fact that there was an ESRB rating that popped up for Zombie Chronicles not only means it's confirmed, it also means that it's pretty close to being finished. So a basic breakdown of what actually happened today is on the ESRB website. If you searched Black Ops 3 Zombies Chronicles would come up with a description, a rating, and everything in between. You can see it here on your screen. And this is some pretty big information. So what we can assume from this is that this was actually released early. Activision probably gave them a date when they wanted the ESRB rating to go up. Generally speaking, the same time the reveal or original trailer goes up for this. So what we can kind of assume from this is that very soon we should be getting a Zombie Chronicles trailer. But that's not the only thing we can actually infer from this. So basically, if you didn't already know, what happened is if you go to the ESRB website, you can type in any game title, whether that be Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, Black Ops 3, or any game in between. And basically what will pop up is a brief description of what that game is, why it's rated the way it's rated, and for pretty much every Call of Duty game, it's rated M. The interesting thing about this, though, is that whenever you type in any Call of Duty game, none of the DLC pops up. And there's a reason for that. I actually had to do some research and figure out why that wasn't a thing. So the reason for this, and as far as ESRB ratings go, there's a whole nother section as far as downloadable content goes. There's a whole thing appending what they have already written in their legal documents set out for DLC. And basically, I'm going to read it to you here. However, just know that this is a bunch of legal mumbo jumbo. I'm just reading it so you have the exact wording, and then I can explain to you exactly what it means. All right, so it says this. Downloadable content that will be appended to a previously rated product need only be submitted to ESRB for rating if its content exceeds that which is in the existing core product. Otherwise, the rating assigned to the core product is applicable to the DLC as well. Where, however, DLC content exceeds the rating assigned to the core product, it must be submitted to ESRB and a different rating may be assigned to the DLC. This is massive. Reading this is absolutely insane information for Zombie Chronicles, and let me explain why. So this means two things to me. If you're making DLC for a game, if the content in the DLC is similar to that already in the game, it doesn't need to be submitted to the ESRB. On top of that, if it's not going to exceed the rating that is already prescribed to the game, it also does not need to be submitted. For example, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 is rated M for mature. Therefore, the only way it can be rated any higher than that is if it's given the AO rating, which is like for people 18 and over. And video games are almost never given that rating. So what this means is that when Black Ops 3 was to release DLC, they didn't actually need to submit it to ESRB for the simple fact that it wasn't going to be rated AO. They knew it was going to be rated M, and for the fact that it also had very similar content. What we know about this is that Black Ops 3 already has zombies in it, which means normally this DLC 5, would not need to be submitted for ESRB. What this means to me is that Zombie Chronicles is going to be sold as a separate disc. This is actually something that supports what I talked about in my last video. I said that they were going to create it as if it's a Game of the Year bundle for Black Ops 3. I very strongly think this is actually what they are going to be doing. What this means to me is that the Zombie Chronicles is going to be a separate disc, not DLC for the game. Now, what's interesting about this is it leads to the question whether you will need the base game of Black Ops 3 to play Zombie Chronicles or not. This also leads to another question: how much is Zombie Chronicles actually going to cost? Because to me, since it's not really going to be a normal DLC pack, it's not going to be included in the season pass, and the real question is how much is it going to cost? Now, the last video I made, I asked you guys how much would you pay for Zombie Chronicles if it's going to be 8 zombie maps, how much exactly would you pay? And I got a ton of responses ranging anywhere from I would not pay for it if it's not included in my season pass to everything all the way up to $100. The best comment that I saw was this one right here. So Mike said this: $24, because in every DLC pack there's 5 maps, 4 multiplayer and 1 zombies. Each map costs $3, so if you do 8 zombies maps, therefore 8 times 3 equals $24. That makes a lot of sense to me. That one actually does make a lot of sense to me. Another thing that I frequently saw is this. So basically, back in the day when DLC just used to be 4 multiplayer maps, it cost $10. That's just the way it was and how much it cost. Then when they introduced zombies to the map packs, all of a sudden that got bumped up to $15 per map pack. Therefore, the zombies map was worth $5. Therefore, 8 zombies maps times $5 equals $40 for Zombie Chronicles, assuming that Zombie Chronicles is actually the 8 maps that we are all assuming it is. So I'm pretty much going to leave you guys with that. As far as I'm concerned, this pretty much confirms Zombie Chronicles. The question is how exactly are they going to release it? Are you going to be able to buy it simply as a DLC pack? Are you going to have to buy a separate disc altogether? And when it does come out, how much is it going to cost? Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Also, if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We got plenty of more of Zombie Chronicles, Call of Duty World War II, and Infinite Warfare content coming, so stay tuned for that. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, guys, peace out.